What's up, everybody? Harrison Graham here with another episode of For Verts, where we talk NFL and college football every single day. I want to dive into a couple storylines from rookie minicamps and then a couple of free agents that are available and ready to sign with teams. But let's go ahead and dive into probably the rookie minicamp most people are keeping their eyes on. That would be the Cleveland Browns because they did what pretty much no teams ever do, and that's draft two quarterbacks, Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, and you already just feel the drama intensifying, which is kind of crazy to say. They split reps on Friday for the first rookie minicamp practice, both in 7-on-7 and 11-on-11 drills, 50-50. Gabriel was the first quarterback in there for each session, and Stefanski was pushed on that and said, don't read too much into it. And it's like, well, that's kind of what happens when you draft two quarterbacks. We're all going to look into it. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But Stefanski did say they're already competing in all facets, on the field, off the field, in the locker room, all that stuff. So very interesting to see it play out. And it'd be one thing if it was just like, okay, winner of this job wins the job. Well, they're really not, because you still got Joe Flacco, you still got Kenny Pickett. So it's a complete unknown in terms of who the actual starter is going to be. I tend to think Flacco gets that opening nod, but somebody's going to end up being the odd man out. What's already pretty funny with this, and it's going to be fascinating to follow moving forward, is the media coverage of this. I mean, one rookie minicamp practice in the books, and ESPN Cleveland, which I don't blame them, they're going to get more engagement on Shedeur Sanders tweets than Dillon Gabriel, but they tweeted out 10 quarterback clips of one of the quarterbacks throwing a ball in practice. 9 of those were Shedeur. 1 was Dillon Gabriel, the third-round pick. Shedeur, of course, being a fifth-round pick. It's going to be hilarious, man. I just can't wait to see, the national debate shows and the local coverage, people like me talking about it. And by the way, I said it and I'll say it again. I think Shedeur was a better prospect than Dillon Gabriel, but we talked about it on another video we did. People on social media, current Browns players, tweeting at Shedeur, not at Gabriel. So it's just like, if you're Dillon Gabriel, wait, I was drafted 2 rounds before Shedeur. Am I on this team or not? So, look, I think all that will end up mattering in the end will be who's better on the field. I like Shedeur better as a prospect, but if Gabriel's better in the NFL, then the Browns are right in the end of the day. But just remember, if anyone's ever critical, the Browns put themselves in this situation. They did not have to go this route. Shout out to Jimmy Haslam for creating chaos once again when it comes to a quarterback. It's going to be fascinating to see who the odd man out is, because obviously Deshaun Watson's not going to be on the active roster. I would expect him to be on season-long PUP or IR, whatever. Doesn't really matter. But are they really going to carry 4 quarterbacks? They paid Joe Flacco guaranteed money. They traded for Kenny Pickett, who has guaranteed money, and they drafted Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. Are they going to cut one of their rookies? I doubt it. My guess is the worst quarterback out of Flacco and Pickett either gets cut or traded late in training camp for maybe a 7th-round pick or cut, like I said, and then the 2 rookies make the team. So that would be my guess on how that plays out. Please give us the Browns on Hard Knocks. We all want it. We all need it. Just give it to us, and we will all be very, very happy. All right. I would also be very happy if we got 70 more subscribers, because then we would hit 10,000 here on the channel, which is an awesome milestone to hit. And shout out to the 9,000 plus who have already helped us get this far. We're publishing content every single day, NFL, college football. Even though we're getting to the slow part of the offseason, we're still pumping videos out for you guys. So hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. Let's hit 10,000 as soon as possible. Okay, another story that's kind of made the circles on social media. Shemar Stewart, number 17 overall pick, who was a polarizing player coming into the draft because freak athlete, but not very productive at Texas A&M. He, like a lot of other rookies, have not yet signed their rookie contracts. It's not abnormal for this time of year. Sometimes it doesn't happen until right before training camp. But what rarely happens is what he and actually another Bengal, Demetrius Knight, 2nd-round pick, I believe, are doing, is not practicing during rookie minicamp, which, again, I'm not going to make it a huge deal, but it is a little abnormal. And I think Ari Merov makes a good point here that he's not working out until his contract is finalized, even though there is standard injury waivers for rookies, because this happens all the time where these rookie minicamps are the weekend after or the second weekend after the draft. A lot of these guys haven't signed yet. Not a big deal, but they almost always practice because A, there's no contact. It's not really that intense. And B, there's waivers built in already. Just because you haven't put your name on the paper doesn't mean you're screwed if you get injured. So, look, I'm not going to blame Shemar Stewart directly. I would guess he's being advised not to do this. But I always do find it odd. Like, what are the delays, especially for first-round picks, of not signing their contracts? Because they're slotted. You can't negotiate for more money. The only thing you can kind of negotiate is the signing bonus, which agents have really pushed for in recent years, because all financial experts will tell you, you want as much money up front so you can start putting that into stocks, bonds, whatever, right? Like, you can start investing Bitcoin, whatever you want to do. So I get that part of it, but like, that negotiation shouldn't take that long. And it's one of those deals where it's like, he's the 17th pick, so doing quick math, I saw Tyler Warren's making about $21 million on his rookie contract, so he's probably going to sign for like $18 million. So I'm guessing he's going to push for like $10-12 million signing bonus, and maybe the Bengals are willing to give him like 6 or 8. I don't know, but like, it's just weird. It's like, you're a player who needs a lot of developing. So like, I can't imagine the Bengals are very happy about this. Again, it's May. The season doesn't start till September, training camp in July. I'm not going to make this more than what it is. Social media is already having a field day with it, but I do kind of agree, like, this guy needs a lot of technical work to improve his game. So just kind of one of those storylines flying around. I would imagine it's not a story that lingers, but until he signs, it's going to be out there. Okay, let's get to some free agents here. Nick Chubb, let's talk about his future. Still with the Browns theme here, by the way, going back to them. Andrew Berry, the team's general manager, said that is, quote, increasingly unlikely that Cleveland will re-sign the veteran running back, which shouldn't surprise anybody because they drafted 2, Quinshon Judkins and Dillon Sampson, and they also tendered Jerome Ford, or they worked or agreed to a rework contract with Jerome Ford. So that's 3 running backs. Is Nick Chubb going to sign and compete to be the 3rd back? I doubt it. I think that marriage and longtime partnership is going to end. And look, if you're Cleveland, I don't really blame the Browns, right? Like, he had that catastrophic injury in 2023, fought to get back last year, wasn't that productive, and then broke his foot. So the last 2 years, he's had 2 major injuries. And when he did play last year, he didn't quite look the same. I thought he was starting to pick it up the last couple of games he played. He averaged like 4.5 yards per carry, where he was sub 3 before that. So he was starting to play better. Then he gets hurt again. He looks healthy now. He's been working out, and I do expect the team to sign him, but I don't think the Browns are running it back. I think that's over with. So as far as where he could go, 4 teams stand out to me. The Bears are an obvious one. There's been reports there. They really wanted to get a running back earlier in the draft. They didn't get one until the 7th round. They've got DeAndre Swift and some question marks we'll see on Roschon Johnson, Kyle Monangai there. But keep an eye on them after the springtime OTAs and minicamp to see if they pull the trigger on a running back. I think Denver's another one. They drafted R.J. Harvey, but the rest of that room is pretty underwhelming, so I could see them signing Nick Chubb. Dallas, they drafted Jaden Blue. They brought in Javonte Williams, but Williams looked pretty bad in Denver last year, and Jaden Blue, I don't think he's an every-down player at this point, so maybe Chubb makes sense there. Then Houston's been linked to him as well because there's been reports that they could trade Dameon Pierce. So if they move on from Pierce, you could go Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb, and then they drafted Woody Marks, who's kind of a scat back. So that could work as well. But there's not a ton of options. So if you're Nick Chubb, I think you're going to have to wait this out and either wait for an injury or wait closer to training camp or during training camp to see these teams kind of get a further evaluation of what they currently have with their running back room once the pads go on. And then I would expect he gets a call at that point. But, yeah, I don't think it's going to be Cleveland, and I don't think it's going to be for a lot of money wherever he ends up. But I do think he'll sign. He's just going to have to be patient. If you had to predict, who do you think ends up signing Nick Chubb? Let us know in the comment section down below on a team that you think could end up with Nick Chubb. Okay, then another free agent, new free agent, Jadeveon Clowney, got cut on Thursday by the Carolina Panthers. He kind of sent a message to NFL teams making his intentions clear that A, he wants to keep playing, and B, that he can still play at a high level. Here's what he had to say after getting released. He said, "I'm definitely going to play well. You can mark my word on that. I don't care where I end up playing. I'm going to play extremely well. I can play the game. I can play football. There are 31 other teams. I just hope another team gives me that opportunity so I can prove myself again." I don't think he's going to have to worry about that. I mean, he's still a good player. 3 of the last 4 years, 5.5 sacks or more. He has always been productive as a run defender. That's really where he's made his hay in his career. He's never quite lived up to being that number one pick, because when you draft an edge rusher that high, you're trying to get one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, and he never quite reached that. But he's been a very good pro for a lot of years and for a lot of different teams. It just kind of feels like wherever he goes, like, oh, there's Clowny. He's still making plays. He's not dominant. He was never dominant, but he's a very, very good player. He still graded out well per PFF last year. Actually graded out better as a pass rusher than run defender, even though he's been a run defender first and a pass rusher second in the NFL. Pass rush win rate above average at almost 13%. So I still like the player. I think he can be, like a number 2, number 3 edge, depending on where he signs. Maybe he's best suited as like a third guy that heavily rotates in, maybe not a full-time starter anymore, but he's still good. $6-8 million for a 1-year deal for him. I don't think he's getting 10 because they cut him on the second year of a 2-year, $20 million deal, and they tried to trade him. So probably tells you that a team's not going to give him $10 million, but he could get 6 to 8. That wouldn't shock me at all. And you look up at the end of the year, 6 sacks, 40, 50 tackles, still good against the run. He just kind of, like you said, he just knows how to play the game. Like, just a solid football player. He's not going to the Hall of Fame, which is what Houston was hoping for when they drafted him. But, when it's all said and done, he's going to have played like 14, 15 years and have been a, really, really good player, which is more than most players that play in the NFL. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of 4 Verts. Again, we are so close to 10,000 subscribers. If you want to help us out and hit that subscribe button, it is free. You could be number 10,000. My name is Harrison Graham. We'll see you guys soon.